First of all, I'll start off by saying that absolutely I think Academic DJ is very immature, young as shit, acting and weird. But he's honest about that. That's what he tells you who he is. He doesn't lie. He's Trump. He's letting everybody know who he is, what he's about, and it seems apparently people expecting him to do something different. It's weird how everybody talking about he's a grown-ass man, he's this and that, but then they persist to critique his work or what he's doing or what moves he has or hasn't made as if he's not. If the man is telling you that it ain't about the money, he don't care about that, that's not why he's making certain moves. If he's telling you, like, yo, I like what I've done with the network I've built, and apparently it seems the more people question his work, it seems like they're questioning, what he built and what he did, and I can see why he's rejecting that. Everybody's been young and had opportunities and things that they were probably too immature for, or they didn't want to do all that shit, right? Everybody got aspirations for this dude that he don't even have for himself. That's just weird. If y'all saying he's a grown man, then respect his grown ass man decision to not hop the fence or whatever and go over to Revolt and leave Complex. The man himself did say that, and that's the thing I don't understand either, is like he left, or Joe Budden left obviously for his own personal reasons, and it's weird how everybody just feel like, even some of Academics' own fans saying he should just go with them too. Apparently, I get it, Complex is the devil, they're whitewashing and not knowing what they're doing, and everybody's saying you should jump over to Revolt as if Revolt ain't white owned too. Diddy's the face of it, but as Ryan Adler will tell you, or Armstrong Williams, ain't too many black folks own a network that's straight out theirs, right? Those are the only two brothers that do. Just like Diddy got vodka as a face of it, and he got a stake in it, he's not the owner. Ain't no Negroes in Russia with distilleries. But that's an element too, right? So more on to the whole point though with Charlemagne and people calling him a snake, which I agree. I wrote that in the video myself, and I'm saying Charlemagne rambled off some accomplishments or opportunities he said act up, saying like, how am I a snake? I'm looking out for you for your best. You can't do that, dog, right? First of all, if you're bragging about things that you set me up for, interviews and things like that, I try to get you an interview on Common Sense too or whatever, and this and that, and MTV, but none of those things panned out. You could have been the reason they didn't pan out. You could have been the reason why I didn't get them all. Don't brag about opportunities you set up for me that I didn't get any of them, first of all. Second of all, if you my man, if you my guy, as you say, and you my mentor, don't be telling the world what you've done for me. Like, let me do that. You ain't got to open your mouth to say those things, right? I guess you could say he was trying to defend himself from being a snake, but that doesn't mean anything. There's people who will get you an opportunity, get you a job, and treat you totally different once they get you on, right? You can still be a snake despite all those things. The whole situation with Charlemagne, he said, I call Academic, and he wouldn't answer the phone. So apparently that pissed you off or made you feel some type of way that you had to go to whoever he did that on, was it Instagram Live or whatever, to go tell the world Academic can't be crying on the video for this and that. And I know a lot of people responded to that video Charlemagne did, even though instead of waiting, because we all want to be first, we don't want to be right. Academic said, yo, I wasn't moistening my eyes over the situation with the two clowns. I was feeling some type of way because of the situation with Complex. And I can imagine, let's looking at this dude's probably introvert. We all keep clowning him saying he live in his mama's basement or whatever, which probably isn't even true either if he has a studio. And he's at work at a regular 9 to 5, which he probably never had. And he's making connections with people besides Joe Budden and the Deska, the cameramen, the people who do the mics and all that. And he's saying he was emotional over that stuff. But we didn't wait to hear all that. We're all going with what Charlemagne said, that he was emotional over the two dudes clowning him, which Joe Budden backed up and said on his podcast that it wasn't, and he didn't come at those dudes first. Charlemagne, those are his guys apparently too. But if those are your guys, and Aga's your guy, but why did you feel the need to go on and correct Act? Act said something about he don't know who these dudes are, or he don't watch TV or whatever, which, when you 32 and up and you say you don't watch TV, all that simply means is you just don't sit in front of the channel when the shit come on and watch it. You watch TV on Netflix, Hulu, whatever, Fire Stick, whatever. You just don't watch it when it come on. Academics crew, his age group, them motherfuckers don't watch TV. They literally sit, one of my homies' brothers, they sit for hours on their Xbox, on their phone. They watch Twitch, they watch Ustream, they watch YouTube. So I guess those dudes are trying to make a point that we're on TV, we're on Vice, which I never seen their show. I've only seen anything of them on YouTube. but they're trying to make the point that we're on TV and this and that, and we doing these numbers, and act like that don't impress me. I don't watch TV, which his demographics, his group of people he reaches out to, they don't watch TV. And if Akademiks is saying, I want to stick to that crowd in that space, he's smart to do that. Stick his guns out. That's his grown man decision he should need to make. But Charlemagne goes off and says that. He reiterates. He says, you can't say that, Act. You can't minimize what they've done. Like, why can't he? Let them respond and say what they can and can't do. Why did you even get between that? Let them handle that. If you the mediator and both of them are your guys, you talk to both of them on the phone, or three-way, whatever, you handle that the right way. You didn't handle that like you trying to be this veteran in the media helping a young kid out. You kind of instigated it, made it worse, in my opinion. Everybody responded to things instead of listening to what Act said. He said, yo, I wasn't crying over that. Act said, yo, Joe Budden admitted that the check at Revolt is better than the check at Complex because of the reaction that Akademiks made. But Akademiks already said, yo, to me it's not about the money, right? He could have easily sold out and went somewhere else and did what he wanted to do in whatever he's doing on his own and go over there to someone else's corporation. He said that's not his thing. If the check is much better at Revolt, they damn sure not gonna let him keep ownership of whatever he's doing on his own, right? That's not how any network works. That's damn sure not how Diddy works, and we know that. And that's another part of the problem is where we're saying run away from Verizon Complex to go run over to Revolt, which again where Diddy's the face of that. You can't remove that Diddy's the face of that. You can't remove how he's acted and how his artists have been over the years, and whether it's Sheik Luch and Jada Kiss and all them boys, right? And all his artists got to run away to some religion or something when they get done with him, right? So you can't remove that part. And then the craziest thing about the whole, now that Joe Budden left and Charlemagne throwing out these subliminals and Joe Budden's gonna go off and be great and do this and that, Act should have came with him. How many times have you watched The Breakfast Club where Charlemagne has shitted on that network, Revolt? How many times have he said that nobody watches it? How many times have he said they're not paying us enough? How many times so you want him to leave Complex, which maybe he should have, because he said himself he wasn't happy. Part of him not being happy when he told Charlemagne that was when him and Joe Budden weren't getting along. So now you want him to leave a space where he got comfortable with because one of the other co-workers decided he wasn't getting what he's worth and he had to bounce. Like, all those variables, they should matter, right? Like, they should matter the fact that he didn't even like Joe Budden. They didn't even like each other, right? Now they have that dynamic where Joe Budden does that and that shit. I'm a Mouse fan, definitely. Bars wise, it's not too many artists I can say I can listen to. I got it on my phone, right? It is what it is. But as a person, I never followed him on that reality show shit. I did watch him when he was messing with Thierry on his YouTube Joe Budden TV shit, but that's it. But all this other stuff, I wasn't rocking with his personality, that reality show shit. Like, he that getting loud, talking and shit, all that shit. Like, I couldn't be Maul or the white dude. Like, I be wanting to hit his ass. But music wise, I've been a fan. Personality wise, I'm not. And the shit that he was doing to Akademiks is one of the reasons why I could never probably be in a room with the dude. But I'm sure that part of that element of him not being comfortable at Complex or not liking it was because Joe Budden was shitting on him. And again, you want him to leave something that he came accustomed to go to another unknown, another variable that he don't know what's gonna pop off. That's not the space he probably want. He don't want that Revolt space. And again, how many times have you heard Charlemagne shit on Revolt TV, on The Breakfast Club? And they're the network that plays the syndicated Breakfast Club show on television. He's the one that says the only people who watch it are Diddy and Cassie. So if that's how you feel about a network, if that's how you've been marketing it and you've been promoting it for the last since they did the deal to put y'all on TV, that doesn't make sense to me. You the number one person that trashes Revolt TV that I've ever seen, and you work with them. You get a check from them, and now you're telling another man that he needs to leave his situation to come over where you at. I just don't get it. To me, Charlemagne is a snake. a lot of stuff. If you're my guy, you're my mentor. You don't go do Instagram videos talking about my situation. You don't. I remember one time I was watching the Breakfast Club and dude was like, what did he say? He said, academic ain't got no money. Academic ain't got no money. He said it 3 times in a row. This is when they was doing the change for change. And then on the 3rd time he says, oh, we should call ACT and see if he'll donate. You shitted on the man twice within a 60-second span, and then said I should go ask a man for some money. Like, you can't be my guy doing those things. You can't be my mentor doing stuff like that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't believe you. I say let that man act, do what he's doing, let him stay in his lane. If he fails, he fails. He's making his own decisions as a man. I get it. He's in the media now, and he's off the YouTube, off the Twitch stuff, and he's doing bigger things. And people, we have the right to pontificate and talk about those things, but don't say he's a grown-ass man and he needs to do this, and that. But then when he makes a decision as a grown-ass man that he wants to do, despite what everybody else is saying, you know, it don't matter. Let him make his own mistakes. Let him make his own choices, whatever. It is what it is. We just hopping on what everybody else is saying, and we ain't even listening to what the man said. He wasn't crying over the dudes. That's what he said. He ain't in it for the bread. He's doing his own thing, the platform he built. He's not enamored by television and ratings and stuff and being on TV, because him and his generation crew don't watch TV. They literally don't watch TV. They watch Twitch and YouTube and Instagram all day. That whole young demographics, who knows what's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years when it comes to movies and stuff like that. I don't know. But that's just my take on it. Everybody got aspirations for the dude that he don't have for himself. I think let that man ride out and do his own thing. Yeah, he's immature as shit and young and all that, but he's letting you know that's just who he is. He definitely needs to chill with the drunk stuff on you, because he already got the pillow talk thing going on, telling everybody business, which I think he should stop doing that, especially when it's not your business to tell. You are in a different space now, and then the alcohol can't make it any better. Definitely, there's a whole bunch of critiques you can make of academics, but don't tell him he's a man and he need to make these decisions. But then when he makes the decisions, treat him like he's a kid because he didn't make the one you want him to make. Again, we've all had opportunities that we had that we should turn down. I know earlier on in YouTube, when I was gaming harder, I had opportunities to get sponsored, to do all that dumb shit. I was doing unboxing videos and all that stuff on other channels, and those were good. Like, I wasn't getting popped off from the gaming part, but doing unboxes and all that shit, some of my highest rated videos. I chose not to do that shit. And they rape you too, just like everybody else. When it comes to getting sponsored by these people. But that's my video. Charlemagne is a snake. I don't care what nobody say. You can't shit on me 1,000,000 times and use me as a buddy of your jokes. Turn around, say you're my guy and I'm your mentor. And brag about the opportunities you set up for me, but I didn't get any of them. Fuck out of here with that.